Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more Reading the Hunter's Guild Red Hood, a series I'm absolutely loving. This is chapter 10. Congratulations on making to chapter 10. There has been some rumors, or like people worrying that like this series is going to get cut short because maybe it's not performing well. I've yet to find anything that's confirming that it's not performing well, but there's just rumors that people in Japan aren't really hooked on the series yet. So I hope that the series does continue because it's absolutely amazing. I'm loving it so far. Yeah, and I'm excited to see what chapter 10 just came out 7 minutes ago. So I apologize if the lighting is really whack right now and my eyes look red. They're not actually red. It's just the way my camera is set up, and the morning light hasn't fully come out yet. So yeah, I'm ready to read chapter 10, and it left off on a great note with them starting the final test for them to become hunters, and it's a game of cops and robbers, and Baloo and his new friends, they came up with a plan. I don't know how well I'm going to remember the other people's names right away. We just learned them last chapter. Hopefully they repeat it a little bit, because I'm a big dummy when it comes to names. Once I learn the names, I don't forget them, but it takes me a little bit sometimes to learn them, especially the new ones. So chapter number 10, The Six's Plan by Yuki Kawaguchi. All right. Again, I don't know why my eyes look red. They're not. I promise. I went to the mirror to even double check. They're not red. So, but hey, it's Red Hood. Might as well just go with it. All right. We start off with the narration. We had a game where I grew up. One person dressed up as a werewolf and put on a tail, and the kids would try to steal it. That looks like a flashback. I don't know whose flashback that is, but oh, so it must be Volu's, because he's continuing with saying, the game we'll play isn't cops and robbers, it's steal the tail. We can't let ourselves be the prey. We're going to be the hunters, the narration voice goes. I assume the narration voice is Volu, but I like saying it's the narration voice because it's clearly separate from the dialogue of the characters. Like it's like a voice talking over everything. So I just feel like clarifying that. All right. Debonair has 4. Grim has 5, shouts Volu. Of the cops handcuffs. He didn't say that part. That was a weird framing of it. Yeah, he counted all the numbers, and Diamond says, "Going after the cuffs? Good plan. But now what, huh?" She turns around. Sorry. Do you really think you can steal the cuffs from me? As she's about to just like grab the shit out of the girl with the star, the diamond under her eye. She was like the trapeze looking person, like the acrobat. Again, sorry, but I don't remember the names. Hopefully it repeats them. She's going in for like an attack on her, which is really cool. There's no way the two of them are carrying around enough cuffs for 30 people, Blue says. I figure they'll have 4 or 5 on them, tops. And it's not the cops, but the staff who escorts us to jail. That tells me they probably get new cuffs replaced to replace the ones they use. This is only a guess, but I think it'll be an exchange. The cops hand over the robbers and the staff hand them new cuffs. That does sound like an efficient way to do it. This is in black borders, so this is back when they were planning. Whenever it's in black in manga, that means it's in the past. Yeah, so this is during their planning. They're talking about all this. Even if we assume they can only carry so many handcuffs, says Mario. I remember Mario. Did we meet Mario last chapter or chapter 8? I don't think it wasn't as recent as the other ones. I remember Mario though. There's a limit on how many of those two can arrest at once. We can exploit that, he says. Okay, so now it looks like we're getting some plans, so bear with me. There's a lot of reading about to happen. Okay, first, we try to pin down how the cops restock their handcuffs. And then we have like a branching path here. There's a plan A path and the plan B path. I'm going to read the plan A path first, obviously. Plan A, cut off their supply route. And that leads to the cops lose their ability to arrest us, all the robbers pass. Plan B, if we don't, get more allies to try to swarm the cops, which leads to the cops lose their ability to arrest us, all the robbers pass. There's a little arrow pointing to that plan B, though it's likely they planned for this, for the people to swarm them. In summary, that's how the plan will look, he says to his friends, to Bike Joe Bonkers and one of the other people, I forgot their name. Is that really going to work, says Bike Joe Bonkers. True. If the cops can't arrest anyone, we'll all pass, but... And then the little girl continues, the biggest problem is time. The test is 2 entire hours. Yeah, blocking their supply route for that long is going to be rough. About that, though, Valou says, as we're cutting back to the present, as Diamond's going in for this giant punch on either a punch or a grab on this person who's trying to steal the cuffs. Ooh, nice move, says Diamond, as the girl does like a really cool backflip and dodges the punch. And you hear, and then Diamond's like, my belt buckle is rusting, she says. No, it's being eroded by something. Odd. So yeah, her belt breaks? Okay, so it looks like that Mario had some sort of plan or something. The belt that was containing the cuffs breaks, and Mario says now, and she pulls her whip that she had through the cuffs, and she actually got him. Wow. Uh-oh, shouts Diamond as she shouts, got him! The girl, the little spade or diamond under her eye. No way, says Diamond. She's kind of surprised here. That's really cool. And then we cut back to Valou, who's running to assist Bike Joe Bonkers, because last we left off, Bike Joe Bonkers was getting kneed to the face by Grim. They're after the cuffs, huh? Grim thinks to herself as she grips... is this her that's grip? Yeah, she had the rope around her hands, and whoa, dude, Grim ain't going down so easily. She uses the whips to her advantage. Looks like she wraps it around Bike Joe Bonkers and then kicks him in the face and does a crazy backflip backwards. And then all that wrapping around Bike Joe Bonkers makes more tension on the rope, pulling the girl who has the cuffs, and the cuffs fly off of her, and it looks like someone else, one of the 6 catches them, so it's still in their possession. But that was a good move by Grim. Grim's clearly very capable. Nulo, shouts the girl. Okay, so that's Nulo. The girl I can't remember the name of. I'm sorry, it's gonna take me a bit to remember these. So they're all happy that the person got the cuffs that they fell. And then we get... What the hell's going on here? Bike Joe Bonkers and the acrobat girl, looks like they collide because Grim pulled them together with the rope, and they just smack into each other. Valou, shouts Bike Joe Bonkers, as we get Grim standing back up from her backflip she did. There's 3, she says. Oh, there's 3, she says. Yeah, because there's 3 of them are taken out right there. Sanctuary Priestess Defense Arts, says the girl with the veil on her face. Again, one of the ones I don't remember. She's doing some sort of shot and gun, not shot and gun, like a Naruto finger thing they do, whatever. She's doing some sort of spell, and it looks like there's strings between her fingers. Okay, let's see what she's doing here. Sanctuary Priestess Defense Arts. Tower of Divine Favor. As we get some sort of structure of, I don't know if that's fingers or what. Oh, a barrier, huh? That reeks of magic, shouts Diamond. She's between the two, I'm actually kind of leaning toward Diamond as being my favorite, between her and Grim, in terms of the waifu wars or whatever. She's just more excitable, and I think that's more fun than Grim's stern expression. She's just impressed by this barrier. Your power is a hex, isn't it? She says. No, it is God's blessing, replies the girl. And okay, so she actually... Did she put this barrier around herself, or okay, it looks like she trapped Diamond in it, which is impressive. I wonder if Diamond's going to be able to break out of this. Valou, who's underneath Bike Joe Bonkers, he's looking at this, and looks like Mario says, let's pull back, as they retreat down the stairs. They penned us up and ran, ditching their allies. Okay, so they're both Grim and Diamond are trapped in this. I thought it was just Diamond. They're both trapped in this spire of this barrier. Who one Diamond says it's magic, but the girl says it's God's blessing. I'm just gonna go with magic in this case. Well, whichever the case, says Grim. Into the brig you go. So they got blocked from the others, but they were able to capture Bike Joe Bonkers, Volu, and so it actually says her name. Arrested Volu, Portion. Okay, so her name's Portion. That's right. Something vaguely like that came to my mind, but I didn't want to say it and sound like an idiot. Portion and Bonkers. Replacements, ma'am. Thanks, says Grim as they hand more cuffs. So Volu's watching this, and he's like, yeah, clearly this is exactly how it's going down, like how we suspected. They actually get replaced. Can't you break through this barrier, says Grim. Nah, she's upped its durability at the expense of how long it lasts, says Diamond. Not that I intend to wait around for it to dissipate, as she looks like she's about to. Oh my god, holy shit! Whoa! Oh, that is badass. Okay, she sticks her hand to the floor, the metal floor, and literally melts like a ramp into the lower decks. Careful, the edges are hot, she says. And it looks like Grim says, "Yow!" She melted a door into the floor, thinks Bike Joe Bonkers to himself. Boy, that sure was amazing. One of the guards is actually talking to him. Boy, that sure was amazing. But are you sure you're going to be okay? I mean, your friends abandoned you and ran off. Yep, we're fine, replies Volu. The guard's name is Laurel. Guard, handcuff supplier. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is everyone they've actually given a name to has had some sort of relevance to this, like to the story or just like to people. So that's actually cool. That just the fact that they gave this guy a name, I'm already thinking to myself, okay, this is going to be like a kind of guy who mingles with the group, which is cool. I like how there's a guard. Like, that's cool. Laurel, guard, handcuff supplier. Everything's going according to plan, says Volu, as he's clanking his handcuffs. I think getting arrested is probably not a big deal, he says to the others in there. Wow, they're... Oh, okay, no, because this is back in the flashback, okay. I thought they were all in there all of a sudden, like, what? I think getting arrested is probably not a big deal, Volu says to the others during their meeting. What? Aren't we supposed to become the hunters or something? Ah, I see, says the girl with the veil on her face. Ooh, good point, says Portion. How? Says Bike Joe Bonkers is clearly a little bit slow in terms of catching on to things, but he's just sort of the big, dumb, lovable idiot. I love Bike Joe Bonkers. I'm not holding it against him, but he's behind on their plan here. Oh, good point, says Portion. How? He replies. The 2-hour time limit makes this seem like a long test, but whether we pass or fail is only determined the instant time's up. So as long as we're not in jail at that final moment, we win. Okay, that is awesome to think about. I didn't even think about that. So they can literally, like, he's even saying, I think getting arrested is probably not a big deal. It's probably not. You could probably stay in there for hour and a half, hour 45. Heck, last second, if you plan it right, and then you get out with like 2 seconds left, and boom. Like, that's Volu's awesome. But clearly, he's not the only one that thought that. Bike Joe Bonkers, it seems like the only one he didn't catch on to his plan. I didn't catch on, so I'm right there with you, Bike Joe. Okay, continuing on, Bike Joe says, then we can just wait until near the end to steal back their cuffs and block the supply. The girl who no, not the girl. This is that guy who made the wind attack. From a distance, he looks like a girl. Like it's the hair. It's like the way the face is. I don't know how to. I don't mean to like upset anyone if they really like this character, but it's the wind guy. I can't remember his name right now. We certainly aren't. Okay, sorry. We aren't certain yet that they do resupply. He says it's possible they have some other means of getting more, or they could already have all the ones they require. Volu says, right, the most effective way to figure that out is by getting arrested once and watching what happens. No way he planned to get captured too. What the heck? Bike Joe Bonkers does like a dot dot dot. Avulu says, if you don't agree, you can say no. There's a reason that I want to try this way, though. I want to help as many people as possible. This could be a simplistic way of looking at it, but to kill off all werewolves, we need all the hunters we can get. So, I really hope you'll help me, he says to him. And we get this, like, cute little derpy face by, Mario. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like two little indents and a little line between as they're, like, kind of mulling this over. Portion says, I don't care about your dream or whatever, but I do agree with the plan. It makes sense. Instead of randomly running around hoping we wouldn't get caught, I think we've got a better chance of passing if we take control and make ourselves the hunters, right? Yes, replies, did it say her name when she made that wall? Let me check. No, it didn't. Okay, we'll just have to wait again for her to be introduced again, because I'm an idiot. The Veil Girl, she replies, yes. If we keep taking their handcuffs and escaping, that makes it less likely anyone else can be arrested. The cops are left with more targets, meaning the risk to each individual robber goes down. Long story short, I agree too. Bike Joe Bonkers again, ... Bonkers, you don't seem too enthusiastic, says Mario. No, I'll do it, he says. Mumble. ... from Valoo. Portion continues, I say we split into squads. There are 6 of us. So we don't want 3 pairs or 2 trios? Or no, so do we want 3 pairs or 2 trios? 2 trios, I think. We all buy as much time as we can here first, says the wind guy. One squad will likely be arrested, which is fine. The other squad will promptly run. Okay, so far it's according to their plan. The ones that were captured were Portion, Bike Joe, and Blue, leaving Mario and the Wind Guy and the Veil Girl to run. So that seems good. The arrested squad can conserve energy in jail and think of a more concrete plan, Mario says, while holding onto cuffs. Meanwhile, the rescue squad can scout allies from the others. That's true. You can get Milty and Tilty. They'll probably be on board. And when the time is right, swoop in to save the jailed squad. Yeah, sounds good to me. From there, we shift to a hit-and-run tactics, going for cuffs. If anyone gets arrested, the others scatter, then come back and rescue them later, Volu says. Now we're cutting back to the present. That was the end of the flashback. So it looks like we're going back and forth between stuff. Really? A neat plan, says, let me check that guard. Laurel. Laurel's the guard. Okay. Really? A neat plan, he says. But will it actually work? I doubt everyone is all for the idea of selfless cooperation. Yep, and then we get Tilty, I refuse. he just straight up says, I refuse, a little sweat mark going down his face. We cut to a room called coal storage. But aren't you Valu's friend, says the girl with the veil. Hell no, we aren't friends, he replies. I like how I assumed that Milty and Tilty would say yes, and it just straight up cuts to them saying, hell no, I ain't doing this. Interesting. This is your plan to counter Debonair? Mario says, she certainly can't use her power here. If she starts a fire, it would be a disaster. That's as he's like holding the coal. That aside, you never did tell me, Mario says. What happened during the test you took? How did you fail? As we get Milty, who's in the corner, ... She's just kind of listening to all this. It was betrayal, he says. Oh my, the girl with the veil says. To be fair, it wasn't as if the two of us were pure victims. We were all deceiving each other, but it got so bad, and we all got so suspicious we wound up dragging each other down. Pathetic, right? Don't make teams. It's too big a risk. Good hunters are going to be good liars, he says. Tell me, what proof do you have that Valu won't betray you in the end, Hell, what about you? Or you? I can't say for sure what any of you are really plotting. He's just saying this to all the people who are confronting him. There's no more fragile bond out there than the one that's built on trust. So he's just a very untrusting person. Mario counters by saying, we only lived together for a short time, Tilty. But while we did, I built a little trust in you. You were always quick to remove what scared me, after all. Oh yeah, with like the food and stuff, they scarfed it down. Still, you have a point. Trusting others is difficult. Truly, it is. And then we get Tilty, who's kind of looking down and ... just kind of thinking about it. Let's find someone else, says Mario as he walks out the door. And then we cut to Laurel again. Hi, I got his name right without having to go back. Laurel, who notices something outside the cage. It looks like some sort of vines or something that are beginning to grow on the cage. He says, "What's this, mold?" He starts poking it with a stick. And then the other three look a little nervously at him. Is this part of their plan? Aha, says Mario. That's a message from Baloo, correct? It's green. Then they do get replacements from the staff, like we thought. Oh, he actually sent a message that way. That's cool. I don't know how they... What is Baloo doing? How is he... Wiggle. What is he making? How is he sending that? It's time. It's go time, Mario. Plan A. Okay, so Baloo is sending some sort of message to him. I don't know how he's making this. He's like chewing something. What is that? Does he know magic? I am so confused. I guess we'll learn later, but somehow Baloo is having this vine go from the cage to down into a window where Mario and the other two are, which is genius. Like it's a green, so it's a message that it's Plan A. That's really cool. But I don't get what he's doing. I don't know if he had that on him or he's growing it. It's just so weird. I guess we'll find out eventually. Like that it's just like how the cliffhanger is, I guess. But yeah, this is a really good chapter. Not quite as like hype as the last chapter. The last chapter was super hype. Although the beginning of this one did start off pretty action-packed. This is a very solid chapter, though. I do like the smarts of Baloo. I like all the people we're going to introduce to. I like their plan. It's actually a really well thought out plan. And yeah, I don't know. This was a very good chapter. I give this a solid 8 out of 10 chapter. A lot of information. Met Laurel. We got some more stuff with Portion and the others, and yeah, some good stuff at the beginning with Diamond and Grim. I do think Diamond's probably going to be the best girl for me in this series. You guys kind of sold me early on. I didn't get the reference early on, but you guys, like in the first chapter, she was introduced. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, what is Mina doing here?" But I kind of see it now, like the expression and the face and the hair and stuff. I totally see it. The rest, not so much. Totally different, but yeah, I like people with a lot of expression and a lot of emotion. So, and she melted through the floor. That was sick. Yeah, this is a really good chapter. Really, really good chapter. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Leave your thoughts down below as always. Thank you to everyone who's been commenting. I see regular people every week commenting, and it's nice to know that you guys A, also like the series, and B, are reading along with me every week. I am curious if you guys want to answer a question. Do you like pull up my video and then like scroll through the manga with me, like on the Viz app, or like how do you, or do you just like sit back and just listen? I'm curious. I don't know. I've never really asked. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, sorry for I don't know why my eyes look red. They're not. But that's just like how the weird lighting is in the morning here with the way it's captured. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle. Hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.